I don't know how familiar you are with the China situation. It just happened in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
I mean, I can talk about it briefly. I wrote some just so I make sure I have the numbers correct on that. There was 300 SIM card servers with over 100,000 SIM cards capable of 20 million or taking 20 million offline. So, and that's the tri-state region of New York. So, like, not just New York, but the surrounding states too. And that's just with the ones that they found. So, I think it would be kind of naive to think, there's not more of these all over our entire country.
So what could that have done?
So it would have been a denial of service attack is the technical term for it, but it would have been so many, like have you ever been to a concert or a big event where everybody's there and your phone's going so slow and no calls are going through?
Yep.
That's because that's just so many people are there. Denial of service. This is a distributed denial of service, meaning coming from multiple angles with, let's say each one sending 100 text messages a minute. It's intentionally trying to flood the towers with so much data that they can't function. They can't keep up with it. So that's essentially what that was set up to do. And to my knowledge, the way they found that, at least partially, was from a tip. So I don't think they're going to get a tip everywhere that China or whoever, I'm assuming China in almost all cases, has these all over our country, which scares the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they shut down all cell phone communications. What does that mean for the population, especially in a city that's as dense as Manhattan?
It's absolute chaos is what happened. It's absolute chaos. Everyone relies on a phone right now in some sort of way to connect with their families, to pay their bills, to, get into their cars, and like myself included, to get into their houses, to pay for things. It's like if to call for emergency services, yeah, like whatever, all of these things. And if you take it away, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, if China attacks us with an EMP and we lose our power, I mean, some stuff that I've read means people are thinking we're not even going to make it 3 months without power.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are just going to die off.
A lot of people would die off.
Yeah. And it's sad and it makes sense though. So
how long would the server be down for?
As long as they're attacking.
So how would they initiate the attack?
So this is a guess from me, but if it was me behind this, so let's say I would have all of these servers ready to go. I would have one computer that had access to all of them, or just imagine just like a digital switch. So I remote into a computer somewhere, wherever it is, and I press the go button basically, and the go button tells all of those SIM servers to start sending out text messages at mass volumes, and it's just going to keep people offline. So it would be somebody remotely detonating essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, all of the phones in the area / tri-state area, according to what I read, would be, they'd be completely useless. Not only with text messages, also phone calls, also data for the internet, completely offline.
Like hardwired internet as well?
No, internet would be okay. Because it's not affecting the cellular towers, but any cellular connection would be offline. Like you would see that you had connection, but it just wouldn't work.
How long could they keep it down for?
They would have to figure out where all of the places that were distributing all of that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it would take time. It would be substantial enough for it to be a problem, I'll tell you that much. Especially, imagine if it happened in like Utah or somewhere where there wasn't, I don't know, I'm just taking a random guess, but like somewhere that a little more desolate in certain areas at least. It would take a while for that to be fixed, I believe.
Would there be a way to trace that type of a signal? I mean, I remember seeing the pictures of that, and I mean, it was like tons of antennas and electronics. I mean, do one of these devices go, whoa, there's like a lot of text messages coming from that building?
So none of these devices are going to go. I mean, you may be able to pull some general cellular frequency stuff from the HackRF / H4M, like the new HackRF. Combination. It's a whole thing. But you may be able to see something on here, like like a waterfall display is. It's just like colors going down the screen. You may be able to see like a big fluctuation of that, but I don't know for sure, to be honest with you. But I do know that with a denial of service attack, with a ton of numbers, taking 20 million phones, offline, I mean, that's a serious problem, regardless if they could find it or not. But the problem is this. The problem is if you're not sending or receiving text messages on all of these SIM servers, then how are they going to identify that they're there? Because they're not transmitting or receiving any data at that point. If the remote on and off switch I was talking about earlier was off, they're not going to be able to determine that they're there yet. But the second they start sending out a signal, it's probably a little bit easier for them to detect all of this data is coming out of this specific spot. They could just, go around with an electromagnetic, field detector and say, wow, there's a crap ton of all this coming out of this building.
By then it's too late.
Yeah, at that point, it's already caused a mass hysteria or a mass problem, or the media is already reporting on China's attacking us or whatever, God forbid, happens. So, yeah, it's wild, man.